We the last two people on Earth who gon' stop me. Guess what? Guess what? 1 million. Fuck. What the fuck is wrong with you, nigga? Don't
So I'm sure by this point most of y'all know who IShowSpeed is, and if he's not, he's one of the fastest growing channels in YouTube history, as at one point he gained 1 million subscribers in just a week. You may have heard of him from his memes that have gone extremely viral on different platforms. IShowSpeed is known to be very outrageous, say weird things, and act weird and say some things that many people may not like. Over time, he has built some sort of a toxic and trolling fanbase, which is never really the best kind of fans ever in the world, but he's a live streamer and usually streamers tend to get all the trolls to come in. IShowSpeed has dominated the YouTube platform. However, how did this kid from Ohio who was making 2K live streams go from having around 7K subscribers a little over a year ago, to then going to being one of the fastest growing channels in YouTube history, having over 5 million subscribers, almost averaging 100,000 subscribers daily, and being talked on every single platform? In this video, we're going to be going through Speed's rise to fame, from how he went from being a 2K live streamer, and some of his controversies, and we're gonna work our way up to present day. So let's get into this. IShowSpeed would create his channel on March 21st, 2016, getting some inspiration from people like Flight Reacts. However, Speed would begin to upload videos until around late 2017, where he would be making short NBA 2K and Fortnite highlights. Then about a year later, Speed would begin to make his very first ever live stream on Fortnite on December 27th, 2018. However, Speed would barely average 2 viewers on his streams, and he wasn't really taking live streaming that seriously back then, as he would rarely ever stay consistent with his streams. He would stream for a bit, take a few months off streaming, then come back. Not really the best growth strategy, if you know what I mean. However, around April of 2020 was when Speed would begin to commit to making NBA 2K live streams on a consistent basis. He would have a face cam in his live streams, interacting with about 5 to 10 viewers. However, IShowSpeed was very consistent with NBA 2K live streams. He was streaming every day on his PS4 and PS5, and IShowSpeed was actually quite lighthearted, pretty funny, and whenever he got mad at the game or something went wrong in the game, he would rage a bit, and people would find it quite funny. Nothing too outrageous, just your average person getting mad at a game. And because how NBA 2K can be toxic like a Call of Duty MW2 lobby, you can 1v1 someone in a private pickup game match, and if the person loses or gets mad, the person will say things that some people may not like, or act out a certain way, and it would begin to get the best out of Speed.
Like, what's the point of crabbing, bro? Get your ass off the crab.
During the summer of 2020, Speed spent that time grinding out YouTube live streaming, still streaming NBA 2K, and it seems like it was working because IShowSpeed's sub count began to creep up a bit. Speed would hit his first milestone of 1,000 subscribers. Many people liked Speed because he had a very positive energy, would interact with his fans in his chat a lot. While Speed was streaming, there would be a lot of trolls in his chat, and they would begin to mess with him a lot, trying to get a reaction out of Speed, which is pretty typical for live streaming if you're a streamer.
Damn, when I say that one fucking word, one dictionary ass word, block, they turned the switch off. You should all be timed out.
But then IShowSpeed would then find a strategy for YouTube growth. What he would do was he would do a 2K live stream for a few hours, and then he would post a 10 to 15 minute video of his funniest moments from his live stream on his YouTube channel. So people who couldn't watch the stream can now watch it as a video, and it was one of his funniest moments.
This nigga is so fucking ass.
So throughout the summer of 2020, raging was starting to become one of IShowSpeed's brand, and many people wanted to see Speed flip out all the time. However, October of 2020, Speed would get banned from streaming on YouTube altogether. As YouTube, I thought that Speed was under 13 because you need to be 13 to stream.
Hello, y'all. Basically, I got this strike, like this little terminated live strike thing. Like, I can't stream no more. Basically, it gave me like a little strike. It literally just removed my whole live stream. I was literally just live and it removed it. Sent me an email talking about, you got a community guideline, started remove the whole blah blah blah.
This would actually be the first of many videos of Speed telling his fans that he couldn't stream. IShowSpeed would then begin to play NBA 2K21, which many NBA 2K fans hated that game. However, Speed was still streaming it. Speed would play a different position in the game that many people didn't play. He would play post score, which no one played as. However, wanting to stand out from the crowd, Speed wanted to be different from everybody else. But then, YouTube banned him again from streaming. But then one day later, he was back to streaming. This is a common thing for Speed. He gets banned, then a day later, he's back to streaming. However, there was a problem. Like we said at the beginning of the video, live streaming brings in the trolls and people trying to mess with Speed. Well, as Speed's channel was rising in popularity as a streamer, the trolls began to come in very fast, and one time Speed was getting his info where he lived leaked.
This is not a joke. This is not a joke. Somebody is booting me. I am getting booted 24/7 every time I stream. I cannot stream. I need help. I have AT&T Wi-Fi. Can somebody please help? How do I change my IP? I cannot stream. Whoever is booting me, please stop. Hit me up on Twitter, IG. We can figure something out. I need y'all help. I'm not gonna lie. Whoever keep booting me, I'm going to get the cops involved.
Many trolls were DDoSing or doxing Speed's IP address. Speed would make a bunch of videos trying to get these trolls to stop doing this. However, what these trolls would do is they would go onto Speed's stream while he was streaming, they would hit Speed offline, making it impossible for him to stream, and they would get his info and probably leak it somewhere. And he was making these little videos begging the trolls to stop, but this would just make the whole situation a lot worse, as this made the trolls double down and mess with me even more. Around this time, Speed would make these videos trying to address the trolls and hackers and would make these little videos all the time. But then the next day after he would make these broken heart videos of him trying to address the trolls, he would live stream again the next day like nothing ever happened. However, all of this would only get worse in 2021, which was the year an absolute nuke set off on the IShowSpeed channel. In April of 2021, Speed would hit an impressive number of 100,000 subscribers.
PLZZ.
Impressive? Well, that grew to 300k, then 400k in a couple of days. And in his 400k livestream, there were people unsubbing from his channel which caused him to freak out. Then the next day, he would hit 500,000 subscribers. Then in just a couple of days, he would hit 600k, then 700k. Then the same day, he would hit 800k overnight. Damn, enough numbers? Well, no, because then he would hit 900k subscribers. What would always happen is when he would get close, they would unsub. He freaks out and everyone likes him, then they subscribe back, and he would hit his milestone. So the same day, he had 900,000 subscribers on the 30th of June, Speed would hit 1 million subscribers in just 7 days. What Speed would do is he would have a sub count in his streams trying to see how fast he could gain subscribers. And since there were a lot of trolls, many of them are posting some of his clips on TikTok. There were clips of him raging, barking. That wasn't the paper. Which those clips got millions and millions of views. And in his 1 million subscriber stream, someone in the chat would say L fanbase because again, he had a shit ton of trolls. It would also be in 2021 when Speed would begin making Omegle streams. And his Omegle streams would consist of him acting like this.
She has a car.
Oh, really, bro?
Yeah.
Shut your ass up.
The thing was, when Speed would act a certain way, his chat would too. It's like a parent and a kid. The kid feeds off the parent. If the parent is racist, the kid is most likely going to be a racist too. When Speed would rage or freak out, his chat would egg him on to do it by calling him names or just fucking with him. And every single one of Speed's streams was full with a bunch of people trying to get him to freak out and act like a retard. But this was out of IShowSpeed's control. He couldn't control the growth of his channel, as he was getting millions and millions of new viewers and bringing in more trolls. And some of these trolls would say some pretty disgusting shit. Some days, the trolls would annoy Speed a lot, but some days he would just fight fire with fire and troll them back. However, despite all of this, Speed's channel was still gaining a bunch of subscribers. By July of 2021, IShowSpeed had reached over 2 million subscribers.
Yes! 2 million again!
Basically, he went from 300k subs all the way to 2 million subscribers in about 3 to 4 weeks. His channel was growing like crazy in 2021, and viewers were getting a bunch of their entertainment out of Speed. IShowSpeed would then go to LA to collaborate with a bunch of streamers like Aiden Ross and others, which now we can see that IShowSpeed wasn't just stuck in Ohio. Speed would stop making NBA 2K streams and he would make a lot of Omegle videos, and IShowSpeed would stop feeding the trolls as he would stop responding to them all the time. And then right before the school year of August of 2021, IShowSpeed would then begin making music videos as his music career began to kick off, and his first music video was called Duty Booty, which was well received because 9 times out of 10, when a YouTuber makes music, it always gets a ton of hate because it's a YouTuber, you're a YouTuber, don't fucking make music videos, it's cringe. His other songs were Bounce That Ass, One Piece, Shake, which is his most viewed video of all time, and these videos got millions and millions and millions of views. Speed would also have his own Spotify with over 1 million monthly listeners. In his music videos, he would twerk, do questionable hand motions, and even bark. Not anything new. Throughout 2021, Speed would continue to make Omegle live streams, play different games such as scary games and Fortnite, not just NBA 2K, and Speed would also begin to do e-dates, which is something that his audience wanted him to do a lot. His 12-year-old fanbase wanted Speed to interact with girls, you know, mainly because whenever the girls would say that they didn't like him or something he didn't like, he would just bark at them and insult them or something like that. So one day, Aiden Ross had invited Speed to do an e-date with Ash Cash, and during the e-date, Speed said this.
I got a psychological question, okay? Say if we're the last 2 people on Earth, and we had to reproduce to make the world continue. No! Reproduce with me?
No, because that means our kids will have to intertwine and then their kids, no.
Who gonna stop me?
I will.
Who's gonna stop me?
I will.
If we the last 2 people on Earth, who gonna stop me?
Gee,
You're not stopping me. If we the last two people on earth, who gonna stop me?
Yeah. Come on. Hold up. Chill out. Just, you're good.
My fault.
Take a
I'm
deep breath.
tripping.
You're good.
I'm tripping. I'm thinking I'm on Omegle.
However, as we already learned in this video, that is something that Speed does on his platform and his fans find that funny a lot. But as you know, a lot of girls and people who don't know Speed don't take the joke so funny. Speed would then obviously get eliminated from the E-Date, and he was fierce about that. So Speed would actually then go off on Ash Cash and Aiden Ross for it.
Man, fuck this E-Date and fuck Aiden too, bro. God, fuck them niggas, bro. Fuck that shitty ass E-Date, bro. Fuck everybody in that fucking E-Date, bro.
Something I still don't understand, because I thought it was all a joke at first. I thought like the whole E-Date and all that was just a joke and just for entertainment purposes. But now Speed is saying fuck Aiden Ross and Ash Cash for it. Speed's rape joke went really viral on different platforms. Some people found it funny, and some people found it immature and wrong of him to say that. Ash Cash obviously had something to say about Speed on Twitter, and obviously more people didn't find what Speed said funny. A male joking about raping a woman while two other men sit in silence, neither calling out his behavior. Are these the good men that women are supposed to trust? Men who aren't openly degenerates are seen as decent even though they don't actually do anything to help a woman. Speed is so corny, oh my god. Speed and Aiden Ross then had some mini beef, but Speed has never really addressed it. And as of now, Speed doesn't really do E-Dates anymore, probably for the best. Because knowing Speed, he's gonna say something that many women are not gonna find funny and try to cancel him over. Nevertheless, the way Speed is, not being able to tell his character, not being able to tell he's serious or something, he'll always get into something with other people, with his Eddie jokes and humor. Because the more crazy he acts, the more money and numbers, it's gonna make him act not like himself even more. Which can be a good and bad thing. It could be a bad thing, because the chat doesn't really care about your well-being and only wants to see the crazy side of you. They want you to go to your absolute limits for their entertainment and not yours. I mean, fuck, take Nikocado Avocado for example. He's eating himself to death for the viewer's entertainment and not his well-being. However, whether you get mad at his over-the-top sense of humor or his jokes, you gotta remember, Speed isn't a fucking adult. He's a 16-year-old kid in high school, and it's not unusual to see a kid that young say those types of things or act that kind of way. They're a kid. It's very impressive to see a 16-year-old gain over 5 million subscribers in just a year, have a social blade that looks like this, but then again, for a kid his age, when all you're known on the internet is to rage and act like this, it's not really healthy for a 16-year-old kid to act like that, because over time that's gonna build up a ton of stress. It could be good in the short term, but it will cause a lot of problems in the long term, because when Speed shows his real self, the viewers don't really care, they just want to see the crazy side of him. But hey, like I said, he's a 16-year-old kid, you can't expect a 16-year-old to act like an adult. Maybe in a few years, he'll look back at his old videos of him barking and think to himself, what the hell was I thinking, or what was I on? I mean, when you're a teenager, you're gonna act young and dumb, that's normal, and that's how you're expected to act when you're a teenager and that young. You find some things that many other people may not find funny. I mean, I still laugh at moaning sounds and I'm like 15 years old. But everyone, that's pretty much it for today's video. If you guys enjoyed this video, then consider subscribing, drop a like if you want to, and if you haven't already, go follow me on Twitter. That's the best way to know before ahead of time before I upload my videos. And if you guys want to see a certain downfall video on a YouTuber or a video like this on a certain YouTuber, then leave it in the comments below. That's definitely not an excuse for me asking for more comments. But I'll see you guys in my next video. Peace out.